schools there's a hunger, longing to escape from the life I live when I'm away. So let's go there, let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher to a place where the line man see? Can you take me higher to a place with golden trees? Take these dreams and make them mine. Can you take me higher to a place where the line man see? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streets?
We're joined by Benny Spates, who was best on ground for the Ballarat competition today. How did you feel about the experience being out of the MCG, mate? I know you've played at a high level before, but what was it like sort of getting out there and the vibes and everything?
Yeah, it was fantastic to get back out there, and never thought I'd be out there. And yeah, it was really good to be back out there with the best players in the league.
Now, you put a bit of a highlight reel together, mate. You kicked a few goals, but you got the team going very early on in the game, kicked that first goal and got the team up and about, and that's a good thing about you as a player, is that you get that big excitement around the squad.
Yeah, it was my day today, so got on the end of a few, but when it's your day, it's your day. And, there's a few days where it's not your day, so you got to cash in, I guess. So it was a good day for me personally, unlucky for the team.
Now, but they sort of Golden Valley quality side, aren't they? They kept working hard right till the very end, and it was probably more just the tide leaks from the Ballarat boys towards the end of the game.
It was, yeah. They're probably just fitter than us in the end, and yeah, they ran away with it. But unlucky for us boys, I thought we were pretty good for 3 quarters. Let ourselves down in the last quarter.
What does it mean, sort of playing with that group, especially given you're new to the competition too?
Yeah, I played in the O&M last year, and I want to be part of the best I can be, and to be part of to be asked to play for the leagues, a bit of an honour. So why not? Everyone in. The championship's a good thing for the state, I think, and for footy, and to rank all the leagues, I think is really good. So it's good to have the better players playing.
Sensational. Last one, mate. You had your own little cheer squad down to the city end. Were they just some old mates you played footy with, or?
The Bacchus Marsh boys stitched me up. So got a few jumpers and yeah, come down a good chance. So good on them. Thanks for coming down, boys.
Shawnee, commiserations today, mate, but a great opportunity for all the guys out there to have a run on the MCG and be a part of something special.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity for them. Yeah, look, we thought we played pretty well. We just weren't good enough on the day, and that happens sometimes in sport. But yeah, look, I think all the players gave it everything they had, and certainly prepared well and executed as well as we could have hoped for. So yeah, just couldn't get over the line in the end.
And a shame for them, but I guess their accuracy was unreal. They kicked 20 goal 6 or something to that effect.
Yeah, they kicked well. Yeah, their forward line probably was pretty dangerous, and yeah, they took some good marks and probably beat us overhead a few times. Just with their transition with the footy to the forward line, it hurt us a few times. But yeah, they kicked well. And as they say, if you kick well like that, you're a good chance to win. So you don't lose very often when you kick 20 goals.
And you speak about the endeavour by the boys, particularly the last sort of 10 minutes when they started to get the run on and start to close out the game. Guys were just running onto the bench. They were really tired. They really gave their all.
Oh, we can't fault the work rate of the players. No, they certainly gave it everything. And look, I thought we played some really good footy too. So yeah, look, we just didn't get over the line at the end. That happens in footy. We played really well and gave ourselves a chance in that third quarter, and we got ahead 3 or 4 goals, but yeah, we just couldn't sustain it. And against good opposition like that, if you give them a bit of a sniff, they can get some momentum, and that's what happened.
We saw a free-flowing, open game of attacking footy. Was that the sort of game that you wanted or anticipated?
Oh, I think most interleague games end up that way. You don't have a lot of time to teach, the defensive side of the game, and you're generally working with players who are quite offensive anyway. So generally those games turn out to be pretty attacking, and I think for the people that were watching, and I think it's a good spectacle. I think it promotes country footy really well and shows the talents of the players that are out there. So yeah, look, ideally, probably too many goals in the game for us to be a chance to win it, but look, I think it certainly promotes country footy really well.
And I guess it definitely promoted our small forwards as well, because they contributed a lot to the goals, and the smaller players in general had a greater impact on the G.
Yeah, and look, we were conscious of picking a smaller side, I suppose, just making sure that they could cover the ground, and look, we think they did pretty well. We thought they covered the ground pretty well. Yeah, we probably turned the footy over in the wrong spots at times, and probably didn't quite defend the ground as well as we would like to, but it's not often you play in the MCG, so it's not an easy ground to defend. But yeah, look, I'm sure they'll go back to their local clubs and benefit from the experience, and hopefully help their own clubs play really well for the rest of the year.
2 players that come to mind for me, mates, and they're both new to the competition. You had Benny Spade up forward, who dominated inside the forward 50, and then you only have to go down to the back line, and you had Tony Lockyer. Both of them set the tone in that first term, Tony with his great marks and Ben with his goals.
Yeah, look, Ben Spade, obviously we know he's very talented. Certainly makes the most of all his opportunities, and he's a real one-touch player. So, when you go up a level, that's really important. You've got to be able to not fumble, and he didn't today, and he made the most of his opportunities. So, yeah, he played really well, but Tony Lockyer was terrific back there. We were able to release him a bit in the second half and get him to play that loose player a little bit, and he's such a good reader of the play. Yeah, he certainly set us up in that third quarter, but yeah, look, we had lots of good players today, but yeah, they were 2 who were really good for us.
What do you think is the one thing that these boys will sort of take away with them today?
Oh, look, I think it's the opportunity to play on the MCG. It doesn't happen very often, so they can now look back on their career when it's all over and know that they had a chance to run around on the MCG, which most people don't get to do. So, they can certainly hold their head high that they played well and they contributed everything they possibly could in the game. Yep, we didn't win the game, and that happens, but they can certainly be very proud of their efforts.
Terrific, mate. Congratulations on you and the team, all the great work you put into the program, and sharing a great experience with the fans and the players.
No worries. Thanks, mate.